Welcome to day 19 of our series, 100 Daily Routine English Sentences. I am so proud of your dedication. It's amazing to see so many of you practicing every day. In our last lesson, we mastered how to talk about our airport experience. Today we're going to talk about something even more personal and important, your home. Finding a place to live is a big step, and it can be very stressful, especially in a new country. You need to call about apartments, ask smart questions, and understand the rental process. Today, we will learn the simple, clear, and confident phrases you need to handle any housing situation like a native speaker. And make sure you stay with me until the very end, because I'll reveal the simple secret that will make landlords and property managers want to rent to you. Ready? Let's find you a home. Part 1. The apartment search and first contact. Let's begin with the very first step, finding an apartment and making the first phone call. These phrases will help you start your search with confidence. First, we will learn and understand each phrase one by one. Please repeat after me in the pause, and then I will explain the meaning of each sentence. I'm looking for an apartment to rent. This is the perfect opening line. To rent is the verb we use when you pay money each month to live in a place that you do not own. The phrasal verb looking for means you are searching for something. I saw an advertisement online. An advertisement, or ad, is a notice that tells people about a product or service. It's very common to find apartment listings online, so this is a great way to explain how you found the apartment. Hi, I'm calling about the apartment on Main Street. This is a direct, natural, and confident way to start the phone call. It immediately tells the landlord or property manager which property you are interested in. Is the apartment still available? This is the most important first question. Available means it has not been rented by someone else yet. I would like to schedule a viewing. A viewing or a showing is an appointment to see the apartment in person. To schedule means to arrange a time for this appointment. What is the monthly rent? The monthly rent is the amount of money you have to pay each month to live in the apartment. This is a clear and direct way to ask about the cost. Are any utilities included? Utilities are essential services for a home, such as electricity, water, gas, and internet. Asking if they are included means asking if the cost of these services is part of the monthly rent. What is the security deposit? A security deposit is an amount of money you pay to the landlord before you move in. They keep this money to pay for any damages you might cause. You usually get it back when you move out if the apartment is in good condition. How long is the lease? The lease is the official contract you sign to rent the apartment. How long is the lease? Asks about the duration of the contract, which is often for 1 year. Are pets allowed? A very important question to ask if you have a pet like a cat or a dog. Many buildings have a no pets policy. Shadowing practice. The apartment search and first contact. Perfect! You just learned 10 essential sentences for your apartment search. Now, let's practice them in our intensive shadowing block. I will say each phrase twice. Repeat after me in each pause. I'm looking for an apartment to rent. I'm looking for an apartment to rent. I saw an advertisement online. I saw an advertisement online. Hi, I'm calling about the apartment on Main Street. Hi, I'm calling about the apartment on Main Street. Is the apartment still available? Is the apartment still available? I would like to schedule a viewing. I would like to schedule a viewing. What is the monthly rent? What is the monthly rent? Are any utilities included? Are any utilities included? What is the security deposit? What is the security deposit? How long is the lease? How long is the lease? Are pets allowed? Are pets allowed? Part 2. During the apartment viewing. Now, you have scheduled a viewing. Let's learn some phrases to use while you are looking at the apartment in person. This place has great natural light. Natural light is sunlight that comes through the windows. This is a very positive compliment to give about an apartment. The living room is very spacious. Spacious is a wonderful adjective for a room that has a lot of space, making it feel open and comfortable. How is the water pressure in the shower? The water pressure is the force of the water coming out of the shower. This is a very practical and smart question to ask. Is there a lot of storage space? Storage space refers to places like closets and cupboards where you can keep your things. What appliances are included? Appliances are the machines in the kitchen, like the refrigerator, stove, oven, and dishwasher. It's important to know which ones are included with the apartment. Is the neighborhood safe at night? This is a very important question to ask about the safety of the local area or neighborhood. Is there a laundry room in the building? Laundry refers to the washing machines and dryers. Some buildings have a shared laundry room for all the residents. How close is the nearest grocery store? This is a great question about convenience. It shows you are thinking practically about daily life in this location. Shadowing practice. During the apartment viewing. Excellent. Now, let's practice these phrases for when you are viewing the apartment. Repeat each sentence once after me. This place has great natural light. The living room is very spacious. How is the water pressure in the shower? Is there a lot of storage space? What appliances are included? Is the neighborhood safe at night? Is there a laundry room in the building? How close is the nearest grocery store? Part 3. The application and lease. You've seen the apartment and you love it. This final section is about the paperwork, the application and the lease. I'd like to submit an application. The application is the formal document you fill out to be considered as a tenant. To submit an application is the official phrase. What documents do I need to provide? You will usually need to provide or give documents like proof of employment and references. I can provide references from my previous landlord. References are recommendations from people who know you. A good reference from a previous landlord is very helpful. When will you make a decision? A polite question to ask about the timeline for their decision on your application. I've read the lease agreement carefully. This is a very important and responsible thing to say. It shows the landlord that you are a serious and careful tenant. I have a question about one of the clauses. A clause is a specific section or point in a legal contract like a lease. It's very smart to ask questions if you don't understand something. When would the move-in date be? The move-in date is the first day you are officially allowed to move into your new home. Thank you so much for showing me the apartment. Always remember to be polite and thank the landlord or agent for their time. Shadowing practice, the application and lease. Fantastic. Now, let's practice these final phrases for the rental process. Repeat each sentence once after me. I'd like to submit an application. What documents do I need to provide? I can provide references from my previous landlord. When will you make a decision? I've read the lease agreement carefully. I have a question about one of the clauses. When would the move-in date be? Thank you so much for showing me the apartment. Part 4. Real conversation practice. Incredible! Now that you have learned all these individual sentences about renting a home, let's see how they can be used in a new, natural, flowing conversation. In this part, I will play both roles of a conversation between a potential renter, me, Sarah, and a landlord, Mark. I want you to repeat each line after me in the pause to practice your rhythm and intonation. Let's go.
Hi, I'm calling about the 2-bedroom apartment I saw advertised on Zillow. Is it still available?
Yes, it is still available. My name is Mark.
It's nice to meet you, Mark. My name is Sarah. I'd love to see the apartment. Can I schedule a viewing?
Certainly. I have some time tomorrow afternoon. Would that work for you?
Yes, tomorrow afternoon is perfect. Before we meet, could you tell me, what is the monthly rent?
The rent is $1,800 per month. That includes water but not electricity or gas.
Okay, that sounds reasonable. And are pets allowed? I have a small cat.
Yes, we do allow small pets with an additional pet deposit.
The next day at the apartment viewing.
Wow, this living room is very spacious, and it has great natural light.
Yes, it's a lovely space. The kitchen is through here. All the appliances are brand new.
That's wonderful. And how is the water pressure in the shower?
It's very strong, and there is a shared laundry room just down the hall.
This is exactly what I'm looking for. I'd like to submit an application today.
Great! I can give you the form. I will need proof of income and a reference from your previous landlord.
No problem. I have all my documents ready. When will you make a decision?
If your references check out, I can let you know by the end of the week. The move-in date would be the 1st of next month.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for showing me the apartment.
My pleasure. I look forward to receiving your application.
The final secret. Incredible. You've just mastered 28 essential sentences to talk about renting an apartment in English. You are building a powerful foundation for one of the most important parts of adult life. And now, for the secret I promised at the beginning. The simple secret that will make landlords and property managers want to rent to you is this. Professionalism is more important than perfection. When you are looking for an apartment, you are not just a customer. You are in a professional interview. The landlord is trying to decide if you will be a good, responsible tenant. When you use clear, polite, and professional phrases, when you ask smart questions, and when you have your documents ready, you are communicating something more important than perfect grammar. You are communicating that you are an organized, serious, and reliable person. And that is exactly the kind of person every landlord wants to rent to. So, my challenge to you is this. For today, I want you to write 3 sentences in the comments below describing your own dream apartment. Try to use some of the vocabulary we learned today, like spacious, natural light, or cozy. Join me tomorrow for day 20, where we will dive into a very fun topic: how to describe anything in English with vivid and colorful language. Please like, share, and subscribe to the Wisdom English podcast channel to watch our next videos.